Hi, this is the weekly recap for the week ending Friday the 7th. A shorter week with that day off in the middle of the week, and nonetheless a complicated week. At first sight, it looks like we're in the trading range, and we have clearly support around the low 2600s and good resistance around 2800s. But 200 points is pretty wide, and the volatility has been playing a little bit funny lately. If we review the weekly recap just a week ago, it looked like, well, okay, the October lows were behind us and we're going to be recovering. It looked like we could have a Christmas rally. The exact opposite happened, and now the market is actually looking more for political reasons, a lot of uncertainty around investigations around Trump. Now the market is looking very edgy. If we now look at the 2650 area as strong support, penetrated a few times. It actually closed lower on Friday, 2630s, and we have a sell signal, and it looks like we are going to aim for the 2600. So is it going to be another flush and then moving back up again? It's very, very difficult to predict. At the moment, looking at market action on Thursday and Friday, it looks like low volumes have again magnified the amplitude. Friday, we went up to 2710 and then to close sharply lower again. My feeling is that next week we are going to go lower. So the levels to watch will be the 2600 area. This is Sunday, and maybe the market will surprise us with a up gap tonight when the futures markets reopen. But that said, it looks like the bearish pressure is now setting in, and so we have to be careful. If we look at the hourly chart, it looks even more bearish. It looks like the 27,650 area has been clearly broken. As a matter of fact, if we look at resistance being tested, the 27 was tested, and then the 2650 was tested, 2670, then 2650. It looks like resistance levels are being rejected. So there again, we could here go for the 2600 area and hopefully not further down. It is still possible unless the market closes above 2650, and this penetration can be just seen as a excursion south, but I believe this level is about to break. If we now have a quick look on the Russell is also pretty bearish. If we consider the 2460 is hardly holding, the next levels could be around the 1400 area. The weekly chart seemed to indicate there could be good support in this area, but you never know. If this breaks, this could turn actually pretty ugly. That said, this short signal on the weekly basis is hugely oversold. So we may have a bounce back, but it's difficult to know when it's going to happen. Let's move back to SPX on the weekly basis. There again, on the weekly basis, it looks like it's hugely oversold since the all-time highs in early October, but the stronger support should be, if 2600 is penetrated, it should be close to February, March, April lows. So we may have another strong volatility spike if the market then decides to test this very strongly. So we'll probably bounce back, but it's going to be a very difficult end of the year. Okay, without further ado, we're going to now analyze the current positions.